Have you heard about the hidden dangers of heavy metals before? Today, we're diving into a critical topic that affects all of us. Heavy metals. You might have heard this term before, but what exactly are heavy metals? What types are there, and how do they impact our health? Let's explore this in detail. So come on and join us as we shed some light into this concerning subject. Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to Levitas, your #1 trusted information source for weight loss, health, and wellness insights. What are heavy metals? Heavy metals are a group of metals and metalloids that have relatively high density and are toxic or poisonous, even at low concentrations. They are naturally occurring elements found throughout the Earth's crust. While some heavy metals are essential for biological processes in trace amounts, many can be harmful when accumulated in the body over time. What are the different types of heavy metals? Lead. Commonly found in old paints, contaminated soil, and pipes. Exposure can occur through ingestion of dust, water, or food contaminated with lead. Mercury. Found in fish and shellfish and industrial emissions. Exists in several forms. Elemental mercury, inorganic mercury compounds, and organic mercury compounds, for example, methyl mercury. Cadmium. Present in industrial workplaces, batteries, and tobacco smoke. Enters the body through ingestion of contaminated food or inhalation. Arsenic. Found in contaminated water, pesticides, and certain foods like rice. Exists in both organic and inorganic forms, with inorganic arsenic being more toxic. Chromium. Found in industrial emissions and contaminated water. Exists in several forms, but chromium-6 is the most toxic. Nickel. Present in some foods, jewelry, and industrial emissions. Exposure occurs through inhalation of dust or ingestion of food. Aluminum. Commonly found in cookware, foil, and certain processed foods. While not a heavy metal by strict definition, it is often included due to its potential health effects. What are their effects on health? Lead. Neurotoxicity. Lead exposure can damage the nervous system, especially in children, leading to cognitive deficits, developmental delays, and behavioral problems. Cardiovascular effects. Linked to high blood pressure and heart disease. Kidney damage. Chronic exposure can impair kidney function. Mercury. Neurological effects. High exposure can lead to tremors, memory loss, and cognitive dysfunction. Developmental toxicity. Prenatal exposure to methylmercury can impair fetal brain development, leading to learning disabilities and motor function deficits. Cadmium. Kidney damage. Cadmium accumulates in the kidneys, causing dysfunction and damage over time. Bone damage can lead to bone demineralization and increased risk of fractures. Cancer. Classified as a human carcinogen, linked to lung and prostate cancer. Arsenic. Cancer. Long-term exposure to arsenic in drinking water is linked to skin, lung, and bladder cancer. Cardiovascular disease, associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases. Neurotoxicity, can affect cognitive development and neurological function. Chromium, respiratory problems. Inhalation of chromium, VY, can cause lung cancer and respiratory tract irritation. Skin irritation, contact can lead to skin ulcers and dermatitis. Nickel, allergic reactions, commonly causes skin allergies, leading to dermatitis. Respiratory effects. Inhalation of nickel dust can cause lung fibrosis and respiratory issues. Aluminum. Neurotoxicity. High levels of aluminum have been linked to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Bone disorders. Excessive accumulation can impair bone health and lead to conditions like osteomalacia. How can you mitigate exposure to heavy metals? Mitigating exposure to heavy metals is crucial for maintaining optimal health. Here's our guide to help you to protect yourself from the harmful effects of heavy metals. Follow the tips right next. Avoid smoking and secondhand smoke. Tobacco smoke contains heavy metals like cadmium, which can accumulate into the body over time. Avoiding smoking and exposure to secondhand smoke is essential. Choose safe cookware. Opt for cookware made from stainless steel, glass, or ceramic materials, avoiding those with non-stick coatings containing perfluorooctanoic acid known as PFOA and polytetrafluoroethylene known as PTFE, which can release toxic fumes when heated. Use safe water sources. Ensure that your drinking water comes from a safe and reliable source. Consider using a water filtration system to remove heavy metals and other contaminants. We recommend reverse osmosis systems, also known as RO systems. These use a semi-permeable membrane to remove impurities, including heavy metals, fluoride, chlorine, and other contaminants. They provide thorough filtration and produce clean, great-tasting water. Eat organic foods. Choose organic fruits, healthy fats, and vegetables whenever possible, as they are less likely to be contaminated with pesticides and heavy metals. Limit consumption of fish. Some fish species may contain high levels of mercury and other heavy metals due to environmental pollution. Limit consumption of large predatory fish like swordfish, shark, king mackerel, and tilefish, and opt for smaller fish with lower mercury levels. Consume low-mercury seafood. Choose seafood low in mercury, such as shrimp, salmon, sardines, and trout. These options are generally safer for consumption. Be aware of dental fillings. If you have dental amalgam fillings containing mercury, consider discussing alternative options with your dentist. However, avoid removing them without proper consultation, as the process can release mercury vapor. Test your home for lead. If you live in an older home, test for lead paint and pipes, as lead exposure can occur through ingestion of contaminated dust or water. Be cautious with cosmetics. Some cosmetics, especially those from certain regions, may contain heavy metals like lead and cadmium. Choose products from reputable brands and check ingredient labels for any harmful additives. Minimize exposure to industrial areas. If you live near industrial areas or factories that emit heavy metals, take steps to minimize exposure by closing windows, using air purifiers, and avoiding outdoor activities during peak pollution times. Promote soil health. If you have a garden or grow your own products, test the soil for heavy metal contamination and take steps to remediate any issues. This may include adding organic matter, using compost, or planting certain species known to absorb heavy metals. Filter indoor air. Use air purifiers with HEPA filters to remove airborne particles, including heavy metals, from indoor air. Proper ventilation is also essential to reduce exposure to indoor pollutants. Be aware of occupational hazards. If you work in industries where heavy metals are commonly used or produced, follow safety protocols, wear protective gear, and undergo regular health screenings. Support detoxification. Consume foods rich in antioxidants and nutrients that support the body's natural detoxification processes, such as cruciferous vegetables, leafy greens, berries, and herbs like cilantro and parsley. Consult your head healthcare professional. If you suspect heavy metal exposure or toxicity, consult a healthcare professional for testing and personalized guidance on detoxification protocols. By implementing these strategies, you can effectively mitigate your exposure to heavy metals and safeguard your health and well-being. In conclusion, and to summarize today's video, the world of heavy metals is intricate and potentially hazardous to human health. Their presence in various sources, from the environment to everyday items, underscores the importance of understanding their effects and taking proactive measures to minimize exposure. From lead and mercury to cadmium and arsenic, each heavy metal poses unique risks and can impact different bodily systems. Recognizing the symptoms of heavy metal toxicity and seeking appropriate medical attention is crucial for mitigating their adverse effects. Moreover, the sources of heavy metal exposure are diverse, ranging from industrial pollution to contaminated food and water sources. This underscores the need for stringent regulations and vigilant monitoring to safeguard public health. Additionally, efforts to reduce heavy metal contamination in the environment and food supply chains are essential for long-term health outcomes. Furthermore, understanding the impact of heavy metals on health requires collaboration between scientists, policymakers, healthcare professionals, and the public. Education and awareness campaigns play a vital role in empowering individuals to make informed choices about their health and environment. In navigating the complex landscape of heavy metal exposure, it is essential to adopt a precautionary approach and prioritize strategies that minimize risk. This may involve selecting cookware and consumer products wisely, testing water and soil for contamination, and advocating for stricter environmental regulations. Ultimately, by remaining vigilant and proactive in addressing heavy metal exposure, we can work towards a healthier and safer future for you and generations to come. Through collective action and a commitment to environmental stewardship, we can mitigate the risks posed by heavy metals and promote overall well-being. Thank you for tuning in to Levitas. If you found this video helpful and informative, be sure to share it with your friends and family. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications for future videos on weight loss, health, and fitness content. Also, leave a comment sharing your questions, thoughts, and experiences with today's subject. We love hearing from you. Your support is very appreciated. It helps us grow and create even better content for you every week. Remember to fuel your body with the right nutrients. Stay consistent with your training and keep striving for your fitness goals. Until next time, remain tuned to Levitas for more expert advice to help you on your fitness journey. So stay healthy, stay happy, and keep going.